let's talk about how you can use Schoology and Google Slides to create a sort of landing page for your daily message and task list for your students. This would be like the digital equivalent of writing your agenda on the whiteboard in your classroom. What we do with this is we make it interactive and something that students can use to follow along with what they have to do each day. So here's a sample agenda in the main board. And then if they click on these little parts here, it will take them right to the spot where they have to turn in work. So if I go back here, if they had a daily meeting like group A, they would just click here and it opens Teams and that kind of thing. So what I'm going to do is I am going to show you how to create this. Now, this is basically what we do with our Bitmoji classroom, but it does not have to be a Bitmoji classroom. So let's get started. All right, so let's pop over into my Google Slide landing page. I just grabbed this design from someone named Lacey Hutchinson from the Bitmoji Craze from Educators Facebook page. So I did not put a whole lot of time into this. What I have here is just the chalkboard in the middle with editable text. And then I have the little boxes that you use. So let's look at how I made those boxes. So I'm going to pop over into a copy of this classroom and just show you how I created the little icons that I can link. What I did was I went to Insert, Shape, and then I just grabbed a rectangle and drew that rectangle on here. And you can get pretty fancy if you want, but I'm not going to. And then I picked a different font so it might be easier to read. And then I type in my words so students could see it. Okay, and then I'm also going to add my group meeting agendas. So that's just going to be another box. And I want that to stand out, so I'm going to change the color of it. So basically, you could resize boxes, resize text, create something that has a longer or a larger area. It's up to you. But once I have my boxes in, now I'm ready to link those boxes up. So my grammar assignment is in Schoology. So what I do is I flip over to Schoology, locate that grammar assignment and open it. And now I'm going to copy this URL, come back over to my Bitmoji page, click on my box, right click, choose link, and then paste by pressing Command V and apply. And now that is linked right here. And I can do the same thing with my Teams meetings. So for this, I'm going to open up Teams where I've already in my calendar set up the meeting, and I'm going to press to open the meeting. And right down here, there's something that says Join Microsoft Teams Meeting. If I right click on there, I can copy the link. And then I come back in to my Bitmoji classroom, right click on the shape, press link, and paste in that meeting link. And now that's live. Okay, so I have my Bitmoji classroom set up. Let's say there's other links, there's other stuff ready to go. I do want to keep this as simple looking as possible for my students. If I'm ready with it, then I'm going to go to File, Publish to the Web, Embed, and I'm going to embed this as a small size. And when I press Publish, I choose OK, and then I'm going to Command C, copy that code. I'm going to open up Schoology, go to my materials area, add material, and page, give it a title, okay. And then I'm going to press my insert content, image from the web, media, and I'm going to paste in that embed code. Okay, so here's my, you can't tell, but this is actually the embed code to that Bitmoji, and I can make it a little bigger. Typically, I think I can drag it over to about where that ABC spell check is, and it will still show up really well. And so the last thing with this page that I want to do is I want to display it as the page. So this is going to display in line. Okay. I press create. And there it is. Now I want this at the top because I want it to be the first thing that my students see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag it up all the way to the top. And there it is. Okay, now the fancy, super fancy thing about this is now that that's there, all I have to do every day is go into my file, my slides file, and update the information here. So this is going to be August 18th today. And then we're going to have a couple different pages to do. And I'm going to meet with a different meeting or a different group today. So I'm just changing that out. And instead of submitting grammar, they're going to submit something else. So I just update all the links here, update the to-do list. All right, that's all updated. Now check this out. When I go over to my Schoology page and I refresh it, it automatically updated in here. What? So I'm not creating a new file every day. I'm not creating a new Bitmoji classroom. I'm just changing out the thing like I would do on the chalkboard or the whiteboard in my classroom. It's just right here for the kids to see front and center on their materials page with links to get them to where they need to go if they're struggling. So that's a quick thing that you might do to help your students organize for a day of NTI. Now, I did say that it does not have to be a Bitmoji page. If you're not a Bitmoji person, you can use just a plain old slide with compartments and do the same thing. In fact, it might stand out a little bit better because that text can be bigger. There's not all the stuff in the background. It's just specifically what they need. And you know, you can set that one landing page up to go and just change out the list every day with your links. So that's how you can create kind of a task list with links for your students to help them get through their day. Let me know if you have any questions.